What it do, what it do? It's your boy Bills B back violating your timeline once again with another reaction video. Today's topic, we talking about men and women and their communication issues. A clip came across my timeline as they always should, from a comedian named Ryan Davis. Funny dude. He was dropping some gems. I ain't gonna hold you. He was dropping some gems. So we're not gonna waste any time. We're gonna get straight into it. I'm gonna give my perspective. I'm gonna add a little bit to it. We're gonna crack some jokes. We're gonna have fun with it like we always do. But with no more time to waste, let's get right into it, man.
But ladies, you don't ever want to hear your man say, wow, that's crazy either. Because that means he ain't listening to shit you saying. You doing a whole bunch of talking. This nigga's like, wow, that's crazy.
Sometimes they don't even realize you be saying that because they be so lost in their own conversation. Because they mind get to going. They get to talking about whatever is bothering them. They don't even realize you sitting there like, oh, word? Damn, what? That's crazy. Damn. Shut up. You don't even realize that shit. They don't even realize it, man. But that's the key to it. You gotta keep them going. Just dip in every here and there. Ask what happened there, and that just keeps them going. That's like winding the toy up. That's recharging the battery so they can keep going. That way you can just sit there and coast. You know what I mean? Major key.
It's just hard. Relationships is hard, man. I study them. That's why I'm not in them, man. I get it. You know, look, man, God played the worst trick on men, man. That's why it's so hard. God made the most important thing to a man, a vagina. And then he put it on somebody we don't even know how to talk to. It's cruel, it's fucked up. And ladies, it's not your fault that we don't know how to talk to y'all. You know, right? Communication is y'all shit. Y'all do it at the highest level. Nobody has ever talked to a woman and went, I think she left some shit out. That has never happened.
And if you ask her to run it back, guess what she gonna do? She gonna add some more to it. She gonna add a whole nother backstory to it. You be like, whoa, shit, hold up. I just asked you to repeat the last shit. I didn't ask you to put some more on it. Fuck.
Fucking life. If you need to, she will repeat it. She has no problem. The problem is us, ladies. We are an underdeveloped version of y'all. We cannot communicate at that level. But for some reason, even though we keep showing y'all that we can't, for some reason y'all think that we can. And that we're just not trying hard enough. So you end up on the phone with your friend like, girl, I don't know what's wrong with him. He act like he's stupid or something.
Yo, so I was thinking about this the other day. And I was thinking like communication comes super easy to women. Like that's their shit. Communication is their shit. They'll never run out of things to say to each other. There's always something to be discussed. You know, there's always some details that was left out that they gotta cover, they gotta explain, they gotta go more in depth, they gotta expound on that, they gotta detail that. There's always something. With men, it's different. I don't know if it's how we were raised or if it's societal, but men are just not like that. If you ever look at a group of guys, we may speak, we'll talk, we have conversations, but there'll be dry moments and we're completely fine with that. It's fine like that. Like, okay, so for instance, I'm on the phone with my homie, right? And we're talking about a certain situation. Cause like, that's the only time we'll call and talk to each other. Unless there's something to be discussed. It's just that one thing. Whereas women, they'll call just to talk. With homies, we'll talk. We'll get on the phone and talk to each other about that one specific thing. And once it's over, it's over. We're on the phone. Yo, such and such, you heard about such and such? Yeah, I heard about such and such. Hey, so what we gonna do? All right, boom, 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 boom. That's it. Once the conversation run dry, all right, bro, I'm gonna holler at you later. All right, and we off the phone. Not an issue. With women, man, you ever been on the phone with a girl and the conversation start running dry? Then she get mad that the conversation, like, you ain't adding to it. Like, yo, I'm sorry. I run out of shit to talk about. I don't have a infinite, like my mind doesn't work that way like how yours would. You know what I mean? How can I put this another way? I'll put it a completely different way. Stop trying to communicate with me as if I'm your homegirl. Because I'm not your homegirl. Understand the differences between men and women. Like, men are short, sweet, to the point. I came across that in 4K HD when I was in the Army. How they talk to you in the Army is exactly how, like how they talk to you in the Army is the epitome of how men talk to each other. When they need something done, your sergeant, your officer comes to you. He gives you this, that, and the third. Do it. I need it done by this time. And that's that. Now you contrast that with how your woman says she needs something. She's going to list off a whole goddamn list of shit. Okay, you needed this done, but why did I need all these other details? I didn't need all that. So now when I tune out, now it's an issue. You're not even listening to me because I don't need all the extra shit. Just tell me what I need to be, just tell me what needs to be done and I'll handle it. Tell me what you want to know and I'll tell you. Tell me what you need from me. I'll give that for you. I'll give that to you. But women tend to look at men in the same light that they see their homegirls in. Let me explain. She wants to communicate with you the same way that she communicates with her homegirls, right? We're not your homegirls. Not your homegirls. Men don't communicate with our girls like they the homie, right? All the dirty, nasty, disgusting jokes that we be telling the homeboys, all the stupid shit that we be saying around the homeboys, we don't do that shit around y'all, but y'all, because we understand that there's a difference. They see the world through their own lens, and they figure, well, if Shanice understood what I was saying and she can communicate her feelings, how come you can't? Well, Shanice and yourself and women like y'all, most women can communicate their feelings because they grew up, they were either raised, trained, or I don't know if it's nature, but y'all came up like that. That's y'all shtick. That's y'all superpower. Emotions and communication. Boom. Not so much communication because we, like I said, men, we just communicate differently, but emotions especially. You guys are more tapped in with your emotions, so therefore y'all can communicate those better than a man could, whereas a man, we tend to suppress. If not suppress, we tend to push aside and focus on what needs to be done. Or, we were told as a kid, shut the fuck up, man up, boys don't cry, handle it like a man, take it like a man, all of that, walk it off. We were told all that. So then, boom, when we grow up and we're not as connected to our emotions, so therefore we can't communicate them as well as you guys could, because you guys weren't told to woman up. You guys weren't told to walk it off. You guys weren't told to tell me how you feel, or when you guys did communicate your feelings as a kid, if you were hurt, if you were sad, if you were whatever you were, attention was given to you. Good attention, positive attention, most times. Not saying everybody, but whereas a little boy, you got into about 12 years old, and I'm being generous. You got into about 12 years old before you get to crying, you get to being sad about some shit before your people start looking at you like, you don't take that shit on somewhere before I give your ass a reason to cry? You got about till 12 years old because they don't want to hear that shit no more. And there's a reason for it. I get it. There's a reason for it. You can't, nobody wants a crybaby ass dude. If you still crying into your teens and your adulthood, life is going to eat your ass up as a man because our realities are different. Granted, but that type of treatment as a young man, it disconnects you from your ability to communicate your emotions and communicate what you're thinking. And a lot of times, and that really doesn't get discussed. Everything starts from somewhere, and I think a topic like this starts in childhood. So Now you grow up and you're dealing with women, speaking as a man, you're dealing with women and they're needing something from you because women need that from men. They need that all the time. They need to know what you're thinking, what you're feeling, what you're going through. And if you've been so conditioned to put your issues and put your feelings in the back of the bus, don't worry about what I'm feeling. I'm good. You so busy trying to be the stone, the rock of the family, the stone of the relationship that can't nothing bother me, can't nothing rock me. Now she's looking at you like, no, I need to know. Like, or it might not even be that. It could be just like she's unsure of where she stands in your life. And you're unsure because one, maybe you're a piece of shit and you're trying to play her. Or two, all you know is anger and enjoyment, pleasure. So those are the only two avenues of communication that you can communicate. Those are only two things that you can communicate. Anything outside of that, like love or affection or empathy, sympathy, anything like that, it's kind of hard. Your brain's like, well, what the fuck is this? I don't know what this. How do I process this into some words that he could tell her? Can't do that. But I can process. That shit was lit last night. Oh, fuck that nigga. I'll beat that nigga ass. You can communicate those all day long. But when it comes to other things, now your mind is like, whoa, hold on. Because maybe that's how we've been conditioned. I think that's maybe more of a conditioning than nature. Just my thoughts. So we're going to keep it moving on.
Who's acting? Your man is trying his best. Ladies, you gotta understand, a man's attention span is 30 seconds. That's it. That's all you got to get your point across, all right? The thing is, though, y'all don't communicate that way. The only thing a woman likes more than telling a story is a backstory. Nigga, so... Because she wants you to know everything. We don't have that. It's 30 fucking seconds. All right? 30 seconds. Pay attention to the shit we watch. Have you ever watched ESPN or Sports Center? What do? They take a 3-hour game and explain what happens in 30 goddamn seconds.
That's
But that's not the way y'all like to communicate, especially when you're upset. And we get it, ladies, but if you're not going to get it within the 30 seconds, know you're going to lose your man. All right? Yep. Or the way you can get it longer, longer than 30 seconds, you got to break whatever we're doing. You got to stop your man and tell him, hey, this is something very important to me. I want to talk to you about. Step in the other room with me. But that's not how y'all do. Now, when you're mad, y'all won't tap us on the shoulders and tell us that you're mad. You wait.
Another thing they'll do, I don't really agree with what he just said. Like, don't break me from what I'm doing. Like, just wait. If it's like life-threatening, life limb or eyesight, then, okay, come break me. But if it's something else, if it's something else, hey, you know what I'm saying? Let me know and give me the choice to do it. But y'all don't know how to, when there's an issue, you guys don't know how to break from the situation, right? Let me give you an example. You're out with your man, and he's mad for the day. He's mad. You might have said something, you might have did something, some shit might have happened. He's mad, right? Now, instead of acknowledging that he's mad and giving him his space, you keep poking. Why don't you talk to me? Why don't you talk to me? Why are you mad for? Why don't you talk to me? What's wrong? Instead of doing that shit, give him his space. Give him some time. Give him a day. He'll come back around. Give him his space. Let him process the shit. Because like I said, with men, it takes us a little while longer to process our emotions, to process what's going on. There's a great deal of situations where we could look at a situation, we could look at an event. Okay, this is my exit. This is what I need to do. If something happens, I can do this, that, and the third. And we can process it that quick. But in y'all arena, when it comes to emotions and communication, something like that, dealing with women, it takes a lot longer to process it because there's other factors that we were either disassociated with, we were not taught how to deal with, So there's other factors that there's other hurdles that we have to overcome to be able to communicate effectively with you guys. But like I said, you guys tend to press instead of saying, okay, hold on. Maybe he's really trying. Let me back off, give him some space. And then when he's ready, he'll come to me with whatever he's bothered with. But what tends to happen a lot, I've experienced in my life, I've seen the homies go through it. I've seen co-workers go through it. I've seen people in public go through it on the internet. Is women they want their answer and they want it now. They want what they want and they want it now. And if we're still trying to process it and we're trying to go about it, because we know as men, we can't communicate with you guys the same way we communicate with another dude. We can't do that. So with that being in mind, I got to figure out how to tell her in a politically correct way that she got me fucked up without telling her that she got me fucked up. Does that make sense? That's what's going on in our head. We like, oh fuck, because normally if it was a dude, I would have rocked this shit 5 minutes ago because you got me fucked up. But this is my lady. I love her. I respect her. But fuck, I can't just go off on her. I can't, do any of that. I have to tell her in a way that makes sense to her. And while I'm taking that time to do that, you over here impatient, like, talk to me. Hello. How come you can't communicate how you want? It's not that. Yes, I feel shit. Yes, I got an idea of how I'm feeling. I'm trying to process it in a way that makes sense to you, in a way in a way that doesn't take this situation that we're at, where is it at a 10, and take it to a 15, 20, 35. It don't matter. I'm trying to communicate with you in a way that makes sense. I'm trying to meet you at your level effectively, but you tend not to give us that chance, because like I said, it's easy. Since it's easy for you guys, you like, well, shit. That's like me saying I go to the gym and I was like, I can hit 225 all day long, 225 pounds. Baby, get your ass on that bench. What you doing? What you struggling for? Why is a bar on your neck? What you doing? Why you? How come you can't breathe? Why you dying? Like, it should be easy for you. It's the same thing. Just because it's easy for you doesn't mean it's easy for me. Just because it's easy for me doesn't mean it's easy for you. Okay? So just understand that. And like let's say, as men, we always try to meet you guys on your level when it comes to communication. But very rarely I don't think I've ever experienced a time where a woman just like communicated with me on my level as a man, as a typical man. This is like how my man said here, 30 seconds. Came in, gave me the rundown, and that was it. I don't think I've ever experienced that. It's always been bullet point. Like you got a million bullet points. You got a backstory, a side story. You got a prequel, a sequel. You got a trilogy. It's like, God damn. Can you just get to the point? Get to the point. I'm sorry. I don't need all the extra shit. Just tell me what you need. Tell me what you need to have done. Tell me what you need from me. And I'll see if I can do it. I'll try my hardest to do it. But that's not what we get. That's not what we get. And when we try to, and usually when we communicate with women as if they're men, I've tried it. Doesn't work. I come in and say, hey, baby, going to the store. You ever tried that? Going to the store. It don't matter what you're going to the store for. I was going to the store to get a beer. Going to the store to get some hot fries. Going to the store to get some gas. You don't know what you're going to the store for, right? That's not what she hears. She said, I'm leaving the house. And you don't know when I'm coming back. You don't know who I'm going to be with. You don't know what I'm getting. You don't know what I'm going to go do. You don't know what car I'm driving. You don't know how. You don't know. She needs all of those damn details. And it's like, I'm just going to the store. Feels like communication styles is only a one-way street. You got to meet her. Because if you try to make her meet you, all she's going to do is turn that one-way street into a her-way street. So, moving on.
So we watching our favorite show. and then walk around the house making noises. Just walk in front of the TV like, ah. Baby, is there something wrong? There is nothing wrong with me. Ah. He's like, I think this bitch is lying. I think something is definitely wrong with her.
I'm petty. Me personally, I'm petty, and that might be an issue. It might be a red flag with me. I don't think it's a red flag. But any situation I've been in with, relationship, situationship, whatever the case may be, if there's an issue, if she has an issue with something, I'll peep it. Don't get me wrong, I'm not stupid. I see it. Baby, what's wrong with you? Nothing. Okay. And I go back to what I'm doing. I'm not gonna play like that. To me, it's game. It's running game. I don't know what your intentions is with that. If you're obviously expressing an issue with me in life, I don't know if you're having some existential crisis that you need help with, but if I come to you and I ask you, what's wrong? Is there anything I can do? And you say nothing's wrong, I'm gonna ask you again, are you sure? Because I mean, you've been doing this, that, and the third. You sure? You good? I'm fine. Okay. All right. I extended you an olive branch, and you said you were fine. But if you expect me to sit, just me personally, it's me talking. I'm not gonna say this for all men, because I know some dudes that just keep, baby, what's wrong? Baby, what's wrong? Just follow around the house. Baby, what's wrong? Are you sure? Baby, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Mm-mm. All that right there is, to me, in my book, in my head, is attention seeking. And if you really had an issue, you would come out and say it. You want us to communicate like adults? What my man just described here was not somebody who's communicating like an adult. So I expect that from any woman that I'm dealing with. If you have an issue, say something. Speak up. If I ask you and you say, no, nothing wrong, then okay. Ain't nothing wrong then. I guess. Shit. I'm good. You good. We good. Right?
But by that time, she's brewing. She's been mad all day. Now she's mad at you because you didn't understand that she was mad fast enough. So now when you ask her what's wrong, you're not going to find out what's wrong. You're just going to get an outburst that makes no sense to you. At a point, you'll be like, baby, what's wrong? These bitches at my job act like I won't shoot that bitch up over my respect, but I kill every bitch in there over my respect. You like, kill everybody over your respect? You work at a cubicle. Like, what the fuck is happening at your job? And fellas, it will never make sense to you. It's never gonna make sense because men and women are different. Men are logical, and then we have this realm of nothing that we live in. And then women are logical too, but they also are in tune with their emotions. And their emotions is real to them. Their emotions is the same as fact. All right. So to a man,
wow.
it's a man, that nigga back there like that nigga preaching. They see
that preaching. That nigga preaching.
Because we know, even if women disagree, every man has laid down pure fact to this lady, and she responded with, "But I feel."
Yep.
Exactly. So their feelings is real. We respect it, but fellas, like, we understand 1 + 1 = 2. We're logical. That's the way we think. Women are also logical. They understand 1 + 1 = 2. But they also are emotional. So some days 1 + 1 can equal cat. Not even a fucking number. Just anything, nigga. But just understand, on days that it's cat, nigga, it's cat. Stop trying to understand. You're not gonna understand. Just go with it.
That's why I let him brew in it. I let her brew in it. Cause this is where a situation where she's gonna have to meet me on my level. There's an issue, because in my mind, when I have an issue, I seek to solve it. I remember talking with my ex. She came home from work with an issue, and she was going off. She went off for a good 45 minutes. And just like bro telling the story now, I'm sitting there the whole time. Damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's crazy. At the end of it, I was like, well, okay, in my mind, in my old male mind, I'm like, okay, well, you came to me with an issue. Well, maybe this is the issue. Maybe this is the solution. Maybe you should do this. Maybe they should do this. Boom, 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 third. You know what she did? She got mad at me. She got mad at me for offering solutions. She got mad at me for trying to make sense of the shit. Because at the time, I think about it now, it still don't make sense. It still doesn't make sense. But she got mad at me because I was trying to play Mr. Fix-It instead of just being an ear to listen to. Or yeah, just instead of just being an ear for her to vent to. And I didn't understand it. I didn't understand it at the time. But I mean, it still doesn't make sense. But like, you have to understand, women, they don't, when they have an issue, their way of solving it is to vent and let it out emotionally. Because she didn't do anything about it when she went back to work the next day. She didn't do shit about it the next day, the week after, the month after, the year after. She didn't do anything about it. So her issue, she didn't want it fixed. She just wanted somebody to listen. But in my head, like I said, in my head, I'm looking to fix the shit. And that's not the way to go about it most times with women, because they're not looking for a solution. They just looking for somebody to vent to. Even to this day, it doesn't make sense in my head. But you have to understand who you're talking to and where they're coming from. Women don't tend not to seek solutions to the issues. They just want somebody to listen. Okay? So on days when it feels like cat, just let it be cat. Okay? This shit's not making sense to me. How come you're mad at me now? And now I gotta suffer some aftershock effect of what the fuck they did at the job, and I had nothing to do with it. You know? When it equals cat, it equals cat.
That's what we fuck up. We keep trying to make sense of the shit. It's cat, nigga. Let it go. so we trying.
I be having to check my homeboy sometimes with that shit too. We be dropping knowledge on theirs, right? Dropping gems. Nigga come back. Well, I just feel like, hey nigga, what the fuck wrong with you? I feel. And see, that might be part of the issue right there too. Conditioning. Now that I just said that, it might be part of the conditioning. But still, we as men, we think logically, right? A plus B equals C. 1 plus 1 equals 2. Don't come back talking about I feel like 1 plus 1 could be 5. Well, not all 1 plus 1s equal 2. Not all A, B equal C. Some 1 plus 1s equal 10. Some 1 plus... No one's trying to hear that shit at the end of the day. And I know that kind of contradicts everything I just said, and I kind of reinforces what I said about men being conditioned and all that.
We trying to figure out what happened. And ladies, that's how you tell the story, by the way. The girl I don't like at my job has been staring at me all day, and I'm gonna beat her ass. And yes, fellas, that's all it took. Nothing happened at her job other than a bitch she don't like stared at her for 3 hours. So now it's a problem. And ladies, tell the story that way. The bitch I don't like was staring at me. If you get it within 30 seconds, we be like, let's jump her. Yep. Like, we gonna be right. Yep. We gonna be right on board. The problem is that's not how y'all tell stories. We be like, baby, what happened? Well, it all started in 1985. I was a premature baby, but my dad said I was a fighter. I'm a fighter. And so now we're 15 minutes into this conversation. We still don't know what the bitch did because she's listing all the shit she don't like about this bitch. So 15 minutes later, she's like, and this bitch wears turtlenecks every casual Friday. Who the fuck wears turtlenecks in 2019?
Whole time you got the little monkey with the symbols. That's the whole time you got that shit going on your head. You just sit there like, yeah, damn, that's crazy. What?
And sitting there like, wow, that's crazy. And then we fuck up, fellas. us how we fuck up. We break eye contact for half a second. And as soon as you do, she's like, you're not even fucking listening. And you in scramble mode now. You're like, I am listening. Why would you think I'm not listening? I love your stories. Please don't start over. Please just, I love your stories. They're the best. And then she killed your whole argument with one question. What I said. You see that shit? You see that shit?
That's why if you're gonna dip off in the story, make sure you come back. A lot of y'all be fucking up because y'all dip off. She be going. It's like minute 32, and you like, fuck. She don't shut the fuck up. And then you just completely stray off. Start thinking about what you gonna do this weekend. You start thinking about the meal you about to eat. You start thinking about whatever, but you never come back. You on autopilot, and you just like every 45 seconds. Damn, that's crazy. What? Damn, that's crazy. You got it on autopilot mode, but you need to grab the motherfucking, you need to grab that shit. You need to grab the joysticks of that plane every 45 seconds and hold them for a minute. Just to get an idea where she's at in her story. And then once you realize she's still going, okay, you let them off, and then you can go back to think about what you're going to do. That's what we fuck up at. I mastered that trait. I'll sit there and be listening. Damn, that's crazy. And I'm drifting off, but then I'll pop back in. Oh, what? That bitch said what? Oh, hell no. She got the Dollar Tree lashes, and she talking. What? And then I go back to drifting off. Damn, that's crazy. What? Damn, that's crazy. I don't know what she talking about. Don't know what she's saying. I'm on autopilot mode. Then I jump back in. So that's how y'all gotta be. That's how you handle that situation, man. You ain't gotta use all your mentals, but you gotta reserve a little bit for the conversation. Because if you sit there and you stay attentive the entire conversation, you're gonna be worn the fuck out. You gonna whatever it is y'all doing, you gonna be at the end of it. You just gonna be drained. You're like, fuck, I done heard her whole life story. I done heard about her whole hopes for the future. I'm tired of it. I know all of her enemies. I know her roommate got chlamydia. I know her mama. I know her mama didn't treat her son right. And that's why he got mama issues. I know all this shit, and I'm tired. I'm physically tired. And she gonna be looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. And then the cycle continues. Hey, man, I appreciate you guys for stopping by. On your way out, remember, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell. And on that note, I'm up out of here.